Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final 9 holes of the 2022 Shelly Sharpe Memorial FPO action. We're at Vista del Camino XL layout. Our leader, Jennifer Allen, maintains what is now a 5-stroke lead over Callie McMorran heading into the back. Ohn Scoggins hits a few behind that. We're ready to close things out. Things are looking good for Jennifer. We saw her protecting her lead on a number of the shots here. We'll see if Callie can make a push at it or not. But first, we've got a couple of long ones. 651 foot, par 4, hole number 10. That plays with the OB all along the right-hand side being the sidewalk, and then a sidewalk and water can be found on the left-hand side. Callie navigating through the first Mando, and anywhere out in the open on this left-hand side is fine. We closed out on the front 9. Callie made a birdie on hole number 9. And Ohn trying to do a little foreshadowing, hoping that she's going to get the 4. Man, I would have thought of that more. That'd have been quite a pun. Foreshadowing. Ah, man. Sometimes I disappoint myself, not going to lie. All right, that is a huge shot by Jennifer Allen, playing a little bit of the flex, but keeping it somewhat tight to that right-hand side. At least 350, I would say, to the pin from there. Oh, not much closer. Got a standstill forehand. Nose up just a little bit, but great result, perfect control.
Good thing I have sidearm. Yeah. Otherwise, what I'm going to do?
And Ohn certainly known as a sidearm specialist. And we'll see if she can also maybe clean up a little bit of the putting. First 9 holes, and even first round, Ohn has really struggled with the putter, which is so unlike her. This hole averages .44 above par.
So good on.
Ohn giving it a bid for the 3.
No, I tried to make it.
And these 3 friends and teammates all somewhat heckling one another. If you knew them, you wouldn't expect anything less. Certainly having a good time out there. Jen's birdie opportunity short. That was a good pause there, Callie. Good stop. So these guys are trying to bring down the average of hole 10. As I said, averaged .44 above par. We're heading back toward Duke's, where it all began here during this round, about an hour and a half or 2 hours earlier. They're actually playing from this tee pad right here, so it is not the 759 feet. But we're getting a good look from the second half of this drone action. Still have that hillside on the right. And this one actually comes in at 543 feet from this shorter tee pad. Still have the mandatory there on the left side to deal with. So you must throw to the right of it, trying to keep everyone away from the sidewalk. This hole actually playing even tougher than the previous hole. It played at 4.67 as an average for the 9-woman field. 4.67. So 2/3 of a stroke over par.
God dang it! Hurry!
There's not enough hurry in that one. Jen flips that one over, and it rides all the way past, up and over the ridge, and that is going to be out of bounds for Jen. Meanwhile, Ohn trying to chip up the fairway.
Nice shot on. It should be.
Jen trying to get it dialed in. I didn't get a chance to ask about it, but I'm going to guess this is about 3, maybe 3 1/4. She's going to line it up. You know, if you really... a lot of players would just say, hey, I'm going to go with the big hyzer, maybe out and around that tree to the right side. The problem is if that never gets back in bounds, you don't move up. And so Jen with a very smart play here, and it just might be overall comfort, but a very smart play that even if she goes out of bounds left or right here, for instance, she still gets the distance. And in her case, she keeps it in bounds, no problems. Worst case scenario now, she should be walking with a bogey. But I think an inexperienced player may think, hey, I'm going to try and go out and around that tree, which can be a perfectly fine route. Just know if it doesn't find inbounds at any point, you're standing in that same spot, you know, thinking about tin cup.
Oh. I know you want to go right, huh? I know, I want to skew right, but it's okay. I'll take that.
So Jen still has to look at the par here. It's from circle 2. You know, there's always a fine balance for players of thinking about how aggressive they want to be, sticking to their game plan, but then also kind of nursing or sitting on a lead and trying to just to simply protect it. You don't need to do anything flashy. You don't need to do anything crazy or have the best round of golf. At the end of the day, whether you win by 1 or 21, it doesn't matter. You're playing for the win.
That would surprise me.
It surprises all of us. To see Ohn throw a putter and not have it finish in the basket honestly surprises me more than just about anything in disc golf. Oh, they are so sweet. They're letting Spicy Boy Kyle, letting him know there's a restroom right there if he needs to run over there. And it's been a long round already, but here we are. We're seeing this from the slightly longer tee pad. They're going to play from a shorter one, more around 280. But again, the green is the same. Same danger found here, just a little less water to clear to get there. And if you saw anyone throw out of bounds from the long tee during the MPO coverage, then they went to this shorter tee. And Ohn going with a totally different route, trying to take the water entirely out of play.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do that for memorial. I've never seen anyone do that.
All right, Ohn's got a new game plan. She says for the memorial, that's the route she's going to be taking. Just trying to take this water out of play. You have to get all the way onto the top shelf. And then there's a line up there that tells you when you're in bounds. And if you come up short of it, you're really not moving anywhere. So you need to make sure you get up and over.
Great shot.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
No problems for Jen. And looks like Callie had thrown over to this position just so she could get herself up and over. Ohn with a look there for the par. Here's Callie for her par. This one plays at 3.78. So averaging well above par. Well, maybe I know why now. This basket doesn't want to let people finish. Look at that. Callie. Fortunately, tapping in. That's going to be a double bogey and really make it challenging to keep hunting down Jen, who's sitting right there looking at a birdie. See, this basket's just broke. We're going to go with that. There it is. Jen picking up the birdie and providing a little more separation. She's back to 1 over for the round. And more importantly, extends her lead between her and Callie. And they go to hole number 13. Same tee, same pin. All that remains the same here. Usually you're going to see most players go right up the middle here, at least in the FPO side. You need an incredible arm to go out and around everything on the high right side. Jen going up the middle. And there's just so much more danger in the middle. And that's somewhat filtered, and she's safe, but lots of danger there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll get in on that.
Go high.
Oh,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah. That thing tastes good. Thank you. It's like a melt in your mouth. That one.
Let's see what Callie does to approach this very tough green. I think dangerous is actually the best word for this green.
I can go far, but I can't. It's all a joke.
Yay. Thanks. I know.
And just looking to pitch up and walk away with the 3. Certainly no harm in taking a 3 here. And another pole hit. This averaged 3.67 and 0 birdies were given up here on hole 13. And I think most would consider this a bonus birdie and then some. Looks like
You're looking past him.
Ohn a little bit perplexed by the wind read she had.
I got it to go straight through the other day with that line, and it was like circle good. Really?
Yeah, I should notice. I've had in the head when we shoot my ball high on it. Thank you, sir.
Big shout out. Yeah, all the spotters and amazing people out there making this event happen. Thanks to our presenting sponsor in Spinners on the Green. Also, you saw my disc in a box. That is an option if you'd like to ship any of your valuable discs. It's an adjustable box that can ship 1, 2, or even 3 drivers. Reach out to me. It's a product I help design and develop and then offer for sale. And shipping thousands of discs, and it's great because a lot of people will get them and then turn around and recycle and reuse them to ship to their next destination. That's part of the reason why I love them and offering it as a product. There's Jen with a just absolutely perfect drive.
Oh no.
Come on, come on.
Considering.
Callie's gets hung up a little bit, but I think it was slowing down anyway. Hole 14 at 655, average 5.22. So nearly 1 1/4 strokes above par was the average here.
There you go, girl. Oh yeah.
Just needs to sit.
Just go straight.
Oh, she's flexing on us. Dang. Yeah, there is OB on that left side, and then it wraps all the way around the basket and off to the wide right side. So you really do just play it straight down this hole.
I'll get up.
Jen was just low right out of her hand, not giving it any chance to skip. So unfortunately, really squandering that great drive she had. Little tester for Callie to save her par. Here's Jen with still a long look for birdie, although I think she's trying to put it up next to it.
That felt perfect.
And Ohn already knows what she wants to do. She pretty much just steps up, stops the Zuka cart, and approaches. I'm surprised she even stopped that much. Normally, I could see that being one fluid motion for her.
Oh yeah. No problem.
Jen still walks away with the easy par. Mentioned so many incredible supporters and sponsors. We're going to hear from one now. Thank you for helping out with the coverage. Certainly appreciate it. Big thanks to resistancedisc.com, offering free shipping on any purchase of $30 or more if you enter in the code DGGuy. Here we are on hole 15. They're going to play from a slightly shorter tee, so it's not a full 741. I want to say it's closer to about 450. It's actually right on the money at 450. So this isn't too far from the landing zone that you would see from the longer tee. And again, picture perfect drive by Jen.
Great, right where I always land.
Consistency. Skip flare coming probably.
Slate, huh? The teapot. Oh, thank you.
And Ohn addressing what I did in the front nine and a number of other videos, that a lot of these tees can be a little bit slick, even in dry conditions. Something to do with the way that they've worn in throughout the years, and also something to do with the climate and the weather and other factors that are far beyond the science I understand or can comprehend. But that's why you see the players tee off to the sides on a few of these tees where they're allowed to do so. Just behind the pin for Ohn.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See if Callie can match that effort.
Great shot, Callie. Sorry.
And this plays as one of the easier holes on the course as a par 4 for the women. It averaged 3.56, so almost a half a stroke under par was the average here.
Finally. Finally.
And Jen referencing that she's seeing herself with a great forehand there. I'm guessing that's what she was indicating, that finally she threw the forehand exactly how she wanted to, something that she said she's been working on, trying to develop.
Too low.
I think that inherently there's some that may say, hey, if Ohn just took her time, that just crossed my mind that somebody might say that if you're new to seeing Ohn. That's how fast she always is. So she's definitely off, but don't think that it's a matter of timing, because Ohn is an incredibly fast player. She usually just steps right up and putts. And so I know I've mentioned it. I'm not trying to harp on her or anything, but I know that some may say, oh, well, if she took more time. No, that doesn't seem to be what is her challenge here. She's just been a little off on her putting all weekend. Comfortable lead here for Jen Allen. Just 3 holes left to play.
I was scared.
Don't be scared. Callie had matched the shot. Ohn maybe a little bit flatter spot, but
Drop like that.
also a fun little fact. Both Ohn and Jennifer are eligible to be playing in an age-protected division. And you see them both here on the top, looking for podium spots here at this tournament, of course, in the FPO field. But they are definitely both eligible for age-protected golf.
Oh, I know. So the whole park thought you. Yeah.
In fact, Jen, a current Masters, Tim Selinsky Masters champion title, a major title she claimed last year. And also finishing on the podium at that very event was this woman, Ohn Scoggins. I always love the insight that we get from Ohn. All right, that's the question I'm going to ask. I'm thinking about looking at these slopes. There's a couple of them out here. This is one of the more extreme slopes. We'll see a slope on the next hole. Which would you rather be doing, putting uphill or downhill? Let's say you're at Circle's Edge, 33 feet, 32 point something feet. Would you rather be putting uphill or downhill? That's what you got to put in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. But then if you put that comment in there, I need to know, and that will also make you eligible. I've got discs and beef jerky and other things that I'm giving away. I know I have some spinners on the green, provided me with a few Shelly Sharpe discs from this year. But that's what I need to know in the comments.
Safe.
You prefer the uphill or downhill putt from Circle's Edge? Let's just say you're at hole 16. We'll use that as the exact example. Callie waits for the bikers to get just in range and then throws. But that's just supreme confidence. That's just, he's not going to mess with them.
Compared to the last 2 days.
I tried to make you feel better, okay?
And a little surprised to not see Ohn with a forehand here.
Oh, jump out anyway that way.
Girl, we're doing jump.
And she's a few steps outside of the circle. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Catches a little basket, but then carries past it into the OB. It'll be a short comebacker, but Ohn's looking at a bogey. Jen calling it a half bid. Callie still heckling her. Unfortunately, out of holes and out of time, Callie's going to pitch under. Just securing her second place finish, I think. See Callie the next few weekends in Arizona. I know she's running a tournament in the Maricopa area during the weekend right after this Shelly Sharpe, and the weekend after that, I believe she's going to be competing along with a few of these ladies over at the Maricopa Open. Also be doing some bending and whatnot. So Ohn's in for the bogey. I think the fate is just about sealed here in every possible way. Whoa. That one tried to slide out. But Jen, back to even par on the round. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers and supporters. If you need to know how that works, please reach out. But anyone that's supporting me via Patreon, that is exactly why you get to see extra footage. Rounds like this one, the FPO coverage. Also, just a lot of extra tournaments. Entire tournaments wouldn't get covered if it weren't for the support I receive via Patreon. And you only get charged when I put up videos. It's on a per creation basis. And you can always set a cap. Here's Jen, final hole. Oh, and that pushes left side and stays in bounds. That is near the water's edge on the left side, but just about pin high.
Come on, hold the line. Hold the line. Sit down.
Sit. The reassurance by Ohn. Okay. And Ohn out and over. She's not going to flirt with the Mando. She'll come up short of it.
Thanks.
And we'll pitch up here. And I'm going to start to close out and just say thank you guys so much. My host, Jamie, and the First Light crew. So incredible. All the people that I got to spend a little time with here in Arizona. Spicy Boy. Kyle was out there getting footage. And, of course, Spinners on the Green. Everyone treating us so well.
Nope. That was ugly. ugly. Be confident in it. It was so ugly out of my hand.
Even her nopes are in. So she finishes with the birdie. That's her best round of the weekend. That's a 1 under. Nice work by Jen Allen. Congratulations. her teammates and friends will help her celebrate and stick around. I catch up with Jen Allen, talk a little bit about her victory and maybe what we're going to see and hear from her a little bit in the 2022 season. Again, like, share, subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Oh, wow. It's getting wild over there at Duke's. I'm heading to Duke's. These guys are heading to Duke's. Stick around. We got an interview with Jen, and we'll see you guys at the next tournament. Thanks for watching. I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my video blog. FPO champion, Jen Allen. Oh, okay, we'll do that too.
Make it official.
Yes, FPO champion. Man, first round, looks like you busted out to a lead, and then you just never looked back. What was working for you?
My drives.
Okay.
I've been course playing here quite a bit. I never got a round off here this weekend that was like practice, and that was really irritating me because I play here quite often. Like, it's a pretty simple course to me, and we had some crazy wind, and it was an opposite wind than ever. You know, it was a left to right on a lot of the holes, and so it was causing a lot of problems for the women. It calmed down in the afternoon for the men, but you take some crazy wind, like yesterday was probably 15-20 mile per hour winds with elevated baskets on every hole, and I was questioning life. But I was just frustrated because I'm still not at where I want to be.
Sure.
But it was a good start. I've been practicing really hard, and we'll see. I'm not satisfied yet.
Well, it's a great kickoff nonetheless, even if you're not fully there, or you say you are. Great kickoff to 2022. We're going to see you quite a bit throughout the year, and probably a little FPO and a little FP40, or no?
Just majors.
Just the majors?
Majors.
Okay.
So I clearly can't stay on tour. I have backed off of work. I want like a year kind of away from healthcare. I'll still be working when I don't have golf. But I have 2 kids at home. So there will be no on tour, on the road, week after week. I'll be flying in and out. But I hope to play a lot of the major events and a lot of the Disc Golf Pro Tours. But I won't be at every one of them, but I will be at a lot more than ever.
Well, right now you're 1 for 1 here in 2022. Congratulations, great shooting out there. And guys, hope you enjoyed the extra FPO footage. Spicy Boy was out there running around. Kyle got it all. I don't know if you guys scared him off or not permanently, but the footage was captured. So hopefully everything was good, and we'll catch you guys at the next one.